Hey guys, welcome to M&M Plants and Pets. Today I'm going to share my experience and my knowledge regarding this very special plant, very special indoor plant I would say, and that is Syngonium. It is also known as arrowhead plant. I would tell you the reason why. So let's begin. Now there are few points which we can take care of if we are having this lovely babies, I would say, in our houses. So if you can see, I have a couple of varieties. These are very dwarf varieties. They are always pink and reddish in color. They start from green, then they go towards pink, and then they turn to red. I also have these ones. These look as if they are dead or something, but this is the original color. As you can see, the new leaf is about to open and it will start with a maroon color and then it will go to green and yellow. So there are different shades of color in Syngonium, and the most common one is this. The reason it is called arrowhead is because this looks like an arrow. It is very sharp at the other end, and I have planted two different varieties in one pot. If you can see, this is a variegated one. It has white and light green in it, and this is a pure dark green color. This is not variegated. So I think I can say I have four different varieties of Syngonium. Now let's get started. There are a couple of pointers which I would share. First of all, Syngoniums are the easiest plants to keep, and I still sometimes don't believe when I say this, because I still remember my first Syngonium when I bought it and I killed it. So if that has happened to you, don't let yourself resist from buying Syngoniums, because it's all about having the correct knowledge. So the first point is, watering is the most important part for any indoor plant. So what I do is, let's say this is my stick. You can have one stick like this, and this is white in color. It helps me a lot. I will put this stick inside the soil like this, and I can then automatically see if the soil is dry or wet. Right now the soil is not dry. That means I am not going to water it. This plant is very tolerant, I would say, in terms of less water or sometimes a little more water. So what I have done is, I have kept it in a pot, obviously, which has hole in it, so that the excess water can drain out. But I would prefer to water it once in a week if it is inside my house, and obviously I will check it using this method as I mentioned. So you can have a stick and you can check it using this. The only reason it looks so fresh is because I only water when it is required, and that is one of the most important thing. Now look at these ones. If you can see, the soil over here is now dry. So that means I have to water this plant today. And if I have a look for this one, it is very wet. I can feel it from here. So if the top portion is wet, you don't even need to check. That means you're not supposed to water. Let's move on to the next point. Next point is soil. A good soil means good food, and good food is the key reason for a plant to be healthy, to look good. What I have done is, I have garden soil in this. I have mixed some cocoa peat and I have mixed some organic compost. So my main three ingredients in my soil, because of which my plants are this green and healthy, as you can see. Because I work full time, I don't have all the time to take care of my plants. But the reason they look this good is because of the garden soil, mixture of garden soil, organic compost and cocoa peat. So you can mix these three and then you can keep your plant healthy. You can also give liquid fertilizer to your Syngonium. I have never given it and I don't want to give it for now, but you can give it once in a year if you want them to grow fast. But try giving them organic liquid fertilizers like seaweed fertilizers and not chemicals. So that is all about the soil. Let's move on to the next point, and that is a good flow of air and what sort of light these plants require. Definitely they are not direct sunlight lovers. So what I do is, I've kept them inside my bedroom where they do not receive direct sunlight because they are indoor plants, but they will receive light throughout the day. So please do not keep them in dark places where there is no light. Keep them inside your houses and not outside your houses, but also make sure that they are receiving indirect or filtered sunlight at least for a couple of hours, let's say 3-4 hours a day, so that they can prepare their food and all that. Syngonium plants love humidity, they love humid climate. So what you can do is you can keep these plants surrounded with other plants or between some other plants. Or if you don't have a lot of plants and you just want to keep Syngonium by itself, what you can do is you can spray some water a couple of times and a week, and then keep it humid and moist. If you are living in a very dry region, please make sure that you are spraying some water twice a week, I would say. And if you are living in a place like Australia, where it is winter right now and it's not very hot, you can spray it once a week. That would be a good thing. One of the most important thing to take care in Syngoniums is that sometimes what you will feel is at the back portion, this back portion of the plant, there might be some white bugs. You will see those bugs over here. And what is the best way to get rid of them? Please do not use any chemicals. What I do is I have a spray bottle. So what I will do is I will add 5 drops of hand wash liquid or shampoo. Please use something that you are using for your body. Do not use dishwashing liquid or something like that. So I normally use hand wash, and then I fill it with water and I will spray it all around the plant, and I will make sure that the back portion of the leaf is receiving that water. Now you might think that spraying the hand wash liquid and shampoo, is it safe? Yes, it is safe. Don't worry, your plant will never die. You have to understand one thing, that your body is using it, your hair is using it, so it cannot be very dangerous, and the plants will be able to tolerate it. It will keep them healthy and safe. So I hope I have covered all the points regarding Syngoniums. They are one of the best plants, I would say it again, to keep. They are very tolerant. They can be your good friends because they don't complain a lot, I would say. They are all by themselves. Even if you don't look at them for a week, they will not die. So don't worry. One last important point is, if you see such roots coming out from your Syngoniums, that is the best place that you can use this part to propagate your Syngonium. So what I can do is just cut your plant from here 45 degrees. Don't cut it like this. When you cut it like this 45 degrees, this top portion you can put it inside water. Let the roots come out a little bit more, and then if you want you can plant it in the soil, or if you want you can continue keeping it in water. So these roots or nodes are very useful. You can use it for this purpose. Okay, I hope I have covered everything regarding these beautiful Syngoniums. And if you feel that there is any problem regarding Syngoniums, feel free to comment in the comment section below, and I will try my best to answer all your questions. And happy gardening. Bye bye.